Hello everyone, good evening, welcome to the session. How are you all doing today? Let's wait for about 2 or 3 minutes and then let's proceed, alright? Let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes for everyone to join. Just give me a moment. Alright. Now let's wait for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let everyone join in. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Let everyone join in. Let's wait another minute. Alright. Let me welcome you to Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform that gives you a world of courses, resources, content, live and recorded sessions to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. A very warm welcome to everyone. And also I'd like to welcome you to crack CA exams with us, which is a vertical and channel of Unacademy that caters to the students of CA Foundation and Intermediate in their journey and pursuit of preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations by providing top educators, quality content, and overall a great learning experience. So come, let's crack CA exams with Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform. Welcome to the session once again. Before we proceed, a brief introduction about the educator today. Hello, I'm Prathik Gupta. I am a Bachelor of Commerce from Christ College, Bangalore University. I am an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, an associate member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and an associate member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and also a law graduate from Karnataka State Law University. I'm currently a practicing chartered accountant and also a visiting faculty for CA subjects and an educator for CA students both offline and online. Prior to starting on my own, I worked with SR Bartley Boy & Associates, that is the Indian member firm of Ernst & Young Global in the Audit and Assurance Department. Then I went on to work with Ernst & Young India in the audit, in the Mergers and Acquisitions Department. And then I worked with the Manipal Group in Bangalore as the corporate controller of the German entity as well as their Indian subsidiary. Okay, and the subsidiary was located in Frankfurt, Germany, and it was only after I got back from Frankfurt, Germany that I decided to start something on my own. And that also gave me an opportunity to become an educator, which in turn has given me this opportunity today to take this session for your young, fine, and bright and enthusiastic CA aspirants. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I hope you find my session useful. Anytime during my session, in case you have any questions, queries, observations, or discussions to be made, please do not hesitate to drop in a line, and I will take up the matter for problem solving or for discussion purposes as soon as possible. Also, I'd like to draw your attention to the spelling of my name. My name is Prathik Gupta, Prathik. I'm stressing on the H because a lot of people forget the H, and that is why they are unable to find me on the YouTube channel as well as the Unacademy Learning app and find my hundreds of hours of sessions, which they will find useful in their preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. So I request you to look me up by my name, which is Prathik Gupta, and you will find my many sessions which you will find useful. Alright, welcome to the session once again. Now, like I told you, Unacademy caters to you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. Now, Unacademy caters to you through 3 platforms. Let's talk about these 3 platforms. First is YouTube, second is Special Class, and third is the Plus platform of Unacademy, which is the premium platform of Unacademy, which is a payment-based subscription model which has various subscription packages for the various examinations. So the YouTube and Special Classes are absolutely free of cost, but they provide you enormous amount of value and resources to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. YouTube sessions are what you're viewing right now. Okay, like just go on to YouTube, type in Prathik Gupta, and you will see all my sessions. It's absolutely free of cost. Special classes are conducted on the Unacademy Learning app. More about how to get onto the app I will tell you a little further, but those also are absolutely free of cost, but they provide you tremendous sessions which help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. And let's talk about the Plus platform, like I said, which is the premium platform of Unacademy. The more about the packages and the subscription packages in the following slide, but in this slide I would like to tell you why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy as soon as possible. The first reason that I encourage and recommend you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the daily live classes that it conducts, where you get to chat with your educator, engage in discussions, ask your doubts and answer polls, all this while the class is going on. Yes, you heard it right, all this while the class is going on. You do not need to wait for the end of the class. You do not need to wait a couple of hours after the class. You do not need to wait for a couple of days after the class. You also do not need to wait for the weekend after the class, or you do not need to wait to fix up an appointment with your educator for the purpose of clearing your doubts or queries. You can do so right then and there on real-time basis as the class is going on, and your educator will be happy to answer your queries and clear your doubts. It is as good as you lifting your hand up in a live classroom, and your educator will clear your doubts and have discussions with you. The second reason why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the live tests and quizzes it conducts regularly and on periodic basis to evaluate your preparation and also get a detailed analysis of your performance. Now, you might ask me, why is this detailed evaluation and detailed analysis of performance important? So let me tell you that when you're preparing for a professional examination, it becomes important for you to take a stock of your preparation from time to time, so that you know from time to time which are areas you're prepared, which are the areas you need a little bit more preparation, which are the areas you might require external help. So basically the Plus platform of Unacademy helps to break down your preparation into 3 areas, that is your strong areas, your not so strong areas, and your weak areas, so that whatever limited preparation time you have, you can use that time accordingly on those 3 areas until a time where your weak areas and your not so strong areas eventually become your strong areas. Thereby, the Plus platform of Unacademy ensures minimum wastage of your precious time and maximum utilization of your limited preparation time. The third reason why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the structured courses it provides, as all our courses are structured in line with your exam syllabus to help you best prepare for it, which simply means all the Plus courses on the Plus platform of Unacademy are prepared keeping in mind your exam syllabus, so that once you complete the Plus course on the Plus platform, you can rest assured that you have completed the syllabus of your examination without missing out on any important or major point. And lastly and most importantly, why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because the one subscription to the Plus platform gets you access to all our live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, which simply means the one subscription to the Plus platform of Unacademy gets you access to all the live and recorded special classes, all the live and recorded Plus courses that Unacademy has to offer to you, and you can view these sessions from the comfort of any of your devices, which means you can view all the live and recorded Plus courses, all the live and recorded special classes from your mobile phone, laptop, tablet or desktop as the case may be, without any restrictions. Also, you can view all these sessions live and recorded from 24/7 any time of the day. There is no restrictions like 10 to 4, 10 to 5, 10 to 6. No, there is no restrictions whatsoever. Whenever you want to prepare, you can just pull out your mobile phones, log into the Unacademy Learning app and start your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. And also, one more feature is you can access this information from whichever location you are, whether you are at home, whether you're at college, whether you're in office, or whether you're coming back home from college or office, or you're traveling to college or office and you have some time, or you're waiting for someone for a meeting, or you're in your native place, or you are simply on a vacation and you want to prepare for the examinations. You can just pull out your mobile phones, log into the Unacademy Learning app and start your preparations for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. All you require is a data plan or an internet connection, which all of us are blessed with today. So keeping all these things in mind, I strongly recommend and encourage you to get onto the Plus platform of Unacademy as soon as possible in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. Alright, now in the previous slide you heard me saying a lot of it like live and recorded Plus courses, live and recorded special classes. So where do you think all these sessions are available? These sessions are available on an app known as the Unacademy Learning app. And for all of you who have downloaded the Unacademy Learning app and are using it, I thank you very much. And I request your support in the future as well. And for all of you who have not yet downloaded the Unacademy Learning app, I request you to go to your Play Store, download the Unacademy Learning app, install it on your mobile phones, put in your mobile number where you will get an OTP, and using that OTP you can register on the Unacademy Learning app. It is as simple as this, with no lengthy or complicated procedures. So you might ask me, okay, I have downloaded the Unacademy Learning app, I have installed it, so what? So let me tell you that it gives you access, the Unacademy Learning app gives you access to all the live and recorded special classes that Unacademy has to offer to you, and it also gives you access to all the live and recorded Plus courses that Unacademy has to offer to you in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. So I strongly request everyone to download the Unacademy Learning app, install it on your mobile phones, register on it using the OTP, and then start using the resources, the innumerable amount of resources that it provides to you to help you in your preparation. And also I request you to spread the word around to help the people around you get to know about the Unacademy Learning app. Help them download and install the Unacademy Learning app on their phones. Help them register on it using the mobile number and their OTP sent on their mobile number, so that they too can make use of all the valuable resources that Unacademy provides to enhance and accelerate your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. Alright? Then, now let's come to the important slide. Like I told you, the Plus platform of Unacademy is the premium platform of Unacademy, which is a payment-based subscription model and which has various subscription packages for the various examinations. So accordingly, the CA Foundation and Intermediate subscription packages provided by the Plus platform of Unacademy are as follows. The packages provided are for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months and 24 months. The 1 month package costs 3,500. The 3 month package costs rupees 8,750. The 6 months package costs rupees 14,000. The 12 months package costs rupees 17,500, and the 24 months package costs about 21,000 rupees. Now please remember, all these are the listed price of your packages. So before you make the payment for the package of your choice, please do not forget to use the code Prathik, Prathik, to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. I repeat, please do not forget to use the code Prathik, Prathik, that's me, to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. So the after discount price of the various packages are as follows. The 1 month package will cost you rupees 3150. The 3 month package will cost you rupees 7875. The 6 months package will cost you rupees 12,600. The 12 month package will cost you rupees 15,750, and the 24 months package will cost you rupees 18,900. So you see, immediately you get a savings or discount of 10% when you use my code. Now I personally recommend you to start off with the 12 months or 24 months packages because of two reasons. Firstly, it is cost effective. If you compare the 1 month package cost and compare it with the per month cost of the 12 month and 24 months package, you will see that you're getting great cost savings almost immediately. And secondly, and most importantly, since the CA Foundation and Intermediate course is provided to you in one package, that is the 12 months and 24 months, a 12 months or 24 months package will be very beneficial to you as it covers the duration of both your courses, that is the CA Foundation and the CA Intermediate, which normally take a minimum of about 12 months for you to prepare and clear. Alright, so if you're getting a package that is 12 months or 24 months that covers the duration of both your courses, that is CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations, at a very cost-effective price, I think that is a very good deal. But having said this, you're free to choose the package of your choice. But before you make the payment of the package of your choice, please do not forget to use the code Prathik to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. You can also make use of the no-cost EMI option available for the 6 months, 12 months and 24 months subscription packages, just in case you do not wish to make the entire payment at one shot. The payment options available are internet banking, debit card and credit card, and also the coins that you've accumulated by watching the various special classes can be redeemed when you're making the payment for your Plus course. Alright, so keeping all these packages and offers and discounts in mind, and also the advantages that I told you in the previous slides in mind, I strongly request, recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy as soon as possible in order to enhance and accelerate your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. Alright, please take about a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Please take about a minute, go through this slide. Any questions, please ask me and let me know once you're done. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, any questions? Okay, now like I told you, the Unacademy Learning app gives you access to all the live and recorded special classes. Here are the snapshots of few of the many special classes that I have conducted on the Unacademy Learning app and which you will find useful in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. I've taken special classes on the Revision Test Paper, Sale of Goods Act, Indian Contracts Act, the Companies Act, Fundamentals of Accounting, Retirement of Partner, Admission of Partner, Death of Partner, Valuation of Inventories, Revision on Final Accounts of Non-Manufacturing Entities, Revision on Sale of Goods and Approval and Return Basis, and many more sessions. So please get onto the Unacademy Learning app, go to my profile, Prathik Gupta, Prathik, and you can start making use of all the resources and all the sessions that I've taken, which will help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and intermediate examinations. All right. Please take 30 seconds, go through this. And then we proceed. Let me know once you're done. Okay, now here are the links to few of the many special classes that I have conducted on the Unacademy Learning app. You can either click on these links or copy and paste these links on your browser to take you directly to the special class on the Unacademy Learning app so that you can make use of it. There are special classes on the Indian Contracts Act, the Sale of Goods Act, the Indian Partnership Act, the Limited Liability Partnership Act, the Companies Act, Basics of Communication, Accounting Concepts, and revision test papers, and many more other sessions which are there for your perusal. So please log into the Unacademy Learning app, go to my profile Prathik Gupta, and see the hundreds of hours of special classes that I've taken there, which you will find beneficial in your preparation for the CA Foundation and intermediate examinations. Please take 30 seconds and then we can continue. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask me. All right, here was the tentative schedule. It's not been updated, so I will do it again. Okay, later. So let's start off with discussion on revision test papers, November 2019, Business Law. Part 2. Hi Drupendra, how are you? Welcome to the session. Drupendra, I will tell you that tomorrow, in tomorrow's session. Okay? Let me just check that up and then I'll let you know. Not many changes, not many major changes, that much I can assure you. But whatever little changes are there, I will let you know about it tomorrow. Okay, Drupendra? Okay, so whatever questions we have done, we will not be repeating that. So what I'll do is I'll read the question, explain the question to you, I'll read the answer, explain the answer to you, and then give you about 2 or 3 minutes to go through it, and then we will proceed. Okay, that's how we will do your revision test papers. Okay, sounds good? So question 1 was done in part 1, question 2 was done in part 1, question 3 was also done, question 4 was also done, 5 was also done. Okay, undue influence, quasi-contract, question 6 was also done. And we stopped with question 6. Yes, we stopped with question 6, so we will be continuing with question 7. Okay, so don't worry, I will be giving you a lot of time to go through it and ask me any questions. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Okay, just ask me your questions and I will be more than happy to answer your questions and address your queries. Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay, Abhijit, welcome. Okay, any questions? Please ask me. Okay, what is the law relating to determination of compensation on the breach of contract contained in section 73 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872? Now see, whenever there is a contract between A and B, and if any one of the parties breaches, that means fails to perform their side of the obligation, it is known as breach of contract. So the question says, what is the law relating to determination of compensation? So whenever there is a breach of contract, what is the law relating to computation of determination of compensation on breach of contract contained under section 73 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872? Okay, it's an important question from the exam point of view as well. It's been asked quite a few times, so please pay attention. Let's proceed. Answer. Compensation on breach of contract, section 73 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872 provides that when a contract has been broken, the party who suffers by such breach is entitled to receive from the party who has broken the contract compensation for any loss or damage caused to him thereby, which naturally arose in the usual course of things from such breach, or which the parties knew they made the contract to be likely resulting from the breach of it. Okay, so let's say A and B have entered into a contract, and A told B that, see, I'm buying this furniture from you, so because I have to supply it to C and make, and that's the reason why I'm doing it. So if the purpose is known, then if B does not supply that furniture to A on time, and because of which if A incurs a loss, then A will have a right to get a compensation from B for the loss suffered by A on the breach of contract by B. That is what you mean by this. Okay, but the loss should not be very remote. It should be directly connected with the breach of contract. Okay. Okay, such compensation is not given for any remote or indirect loss or damage sustained by the reason of the breach. So the loss should be direct. The explanation to this section further provides that in estimating the loss or damage from a breach of contract, the means which existed of remedying the inconvenience caused by the non-performance of the contract must be taken into account. Okay, so whichever person has breached the contract, what are the reasons or what inconvenience he has caused to the other person, all those things also have to be taken into account. Okay, please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take 2 or 3 minutes, go through this carefully. Any questions, please ask me. Take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask. Hi Kasim, how are you? Nice to see you, Kasim. कैसे हो? सब बढ़िया? Okay, take about a minute more. Go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Kasim, कोई question हो तो पूछ लेना. I'm good, Kasim. Thank you so much for asking me. How's your preparation coming along? कैसी चल रही है पढ़ाई? Okay, take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask me. Any of you? Thirty seconds more and then we continue. Are we done? All right, let's go to the next question. Now this question is under the Sale of Goods Act 1930. The earlier topics were all till under Indian Contracts Act 1872. Now it is for Sale of Goods Act 1930. Okay. Okay, Kasim. All the best. Okay. Classify the following transactions according to the types of goods they are. Okay. Question number 1. A wholesaler of cotton has 100 bales in his godown. He agrees to sell 50 bales and these bales were selected and set aside. 2. A agrees to sell to B 1 packet of salt out of the lot of 100 packets lying in his shop. Third one. T agrees to sell to S all the oranges which will be produced in his garden next year. So you need to tell me now what are the types of contracts these are. Okay, each of them. Following transactions according to the types of goods they are. Alright, so first one is a wholesaler of cotton has 100 bales in his godown. A agrees to sell to B 1 packet of salt out of the lot of 100 packets lying in his shop. T agrees to sell all the oranges which will be produced in his garden next year. Take care, Kasim. All the best. Hello Ritika Bansal, how are you? Welcome to the session, nice to see you. Okay, so let's look at the answers. A wholesaler of cotton has 100 bales in his godown. He agrees to sell 50 bales and these bales were selected and set aside. On selection, the good becomes ascertained goods. In this case, the contract is for sale of ascertained goods. Ascertained goods means specific or selected goods, identified goods, as the cotton bales to be sold are identified and agreed after the formation of the contract. Alright, please take about 2 minutes, go through this slide, understand the question and the first answer, and then we proceed. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Okay. Second one, if A agrees to sell to B 1 packet of salt out of the lot of 100 packets lying at his shop, it is a sale of unascertained goods. Because it's out of 100 packets, take any 1 packet. It's not identified, it's not selected. So it is unascertained goods because it is not known which packet is to be delivered. Okay. Third one, T agrees to sell to S all the oranges which will be produced in his garden next year. So it is a contract for future goods. The goods are not yet into existence. The goods will be produced next year, and next year is when the sale will happen. So it's an agreement to sell, and it is a contract of sale of future goods. Alright? Okay, please take about a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, let's go to question number 9. Now, please remember, this is an important question and a favorite question from the exam point of view also. A lot of times this has been asked in the examination. Suraj sold his car to Sohan for rupees 75,000. After inspection, okay, now this is the important point. After inspection and satisfaction, Sohan paid rupees 25,000 and took possession of the car and promised to pay the remaining amount within a month. Okay. Later on, Sohan refuses to give the remaining amount on the ground that the car was not in good condition. Advise Suraj as to what remedy is available to him against Sohan. Okay, so basically Suraj sold his car to Sohan for 75,000. Sohan took the car, inspected the car, he was happy with the car. After that, he paid him 25,000 and took possession of the car, and he told him that, okay, after a month, I'll pay you the remaining 50,000. Later on, after a month, Sohan refuses to pay the 50,000 on the ground, saying that the car is not in good condition. Advise Suraj as to what remedy is available to him against Sohan. Okay, so now we need to discuss as to what is the remedy available to Suraj against Sohan. Okay, so let's look at the answer. As per section 55 of the Sale of Goods Act 1930, an unpaid seller has the right to institute a suit for price against the buyer personally. The said section says as lays down as under. So as per section 55 of the Sale of Goods Act, an unpaid seller has a right to institute a suit for price against the buyer personally. The said section lays down that. First one, where under a contract of sale, the property in the goods has passed to the buyer and the buyer wrongfully neglects to refuse or pay for the goods, the seller may sue him for the price. So if the contract has taken place and the property in the goods has transferred from the seller to the buyer and the buyer wrongfully neglects or refuses to pay the money, then the seller can file a case against him for the price of the goods. This is as per section 55 subsection 1. Okay, that's the first one. The second part, where under a contract of sale, the price is payable on a certain day irrespective of delivery and the buyer wrongfully neglects or refuses to pay such price, the seller may sue him for the price. It makes no difference if the property in the goods has not passed and the goods have not been appropriated. Okay, so in case there is a contract and the contract says that on a particular day, the buyer is going to pay, irrespective whether the property in the goods has passed on to the buyer or not. If on that particular day the buyer does not pay, then the seller has a right to file a case against him for recovery of the price. These are two rights against the unpaid seller. Okay, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take 2 minutes. Let me know once you're done, all of you. Please take 2 minutes. Are we done? Let me know once you're done, please. Take about a minute more. It's an important question from the exam point of view as well. Let me know once all of you are done, please. Any questions? Are we done? Okay, let's go. This problem is based on the above provision. Since hence Suraj will succeed against Sohan for recovery of the remaining amount. Apart from this, Suraj is also entitled to interest on the remaining amount, that is rupees 50,000. So interest on that. Interest during the pendency of the suit. So how many ever years or whichever time the suit goes on, Suraj will get the interest on the 50,000 rupees, and also the cost of proceedings. Whatever is the cost of the legal proceedings, that money also Suraj can claim from Sohan. Please take a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask. Are we done? Okay, let's go to question number 10. Okay, J, the owner of a car, wants to sell his car. J, the owner of the car, wants to sell his car. For this purpose, he handed over his car to P. Okay, so J handed over his car to P. Okay, and told him that the car has to be sold for rupees 50,000. Now, P is the agent of J. Okay, a mercantile agent for sale at a price not less than rupees 50,000. The agent sells the car for rupees 40,000. So the agent sold the car to A for 40,000. Okay, not 50,000, and he also ran away with the money. Okay, who buys the car in good faith and without notice of any fraud. P misappropriated the money also. J sues A. So now J has filed a case against A. Okay, to recover the car. Decide giving reasons whether J would succeed. Okay, so have you understood the question? J hands over his car to P as an agent to sell the car for 50,000. P sells the car for rupees 40,000 to A, and he also runs away with the money. Now J files a case against A for the recovery of his car. Now decide whether he could recover his car or not. Let's look at the answer. The problem is in this case is based on the provision of Sale of Goods Act contained in the proviso to section 27. The proviso provides that a mercantile agent is one who is in customary course of his business, has as such agent authority either to sell goods or to consign goods for the purpose of sale, or to buy goods or to raise money on the security of goods. The buyer of goods from a mercantile agent who has no authority from the principal to sell gets a good title to the goods if the following conditions are fulfilled. Okay, so this problem is based on the provisions of section 27 of the Sale of Goods Act, which means that a mercantile agent, if he gets authorized possession of any goods from the principal, he can either sell the goods or dispose the goods or pledge the goods however he wants, which in the ordinary course of his business. But the buyer of goods from a mercantile agent who has no authority from the principal to sell gets a good title to the goods if the following conditions are fulfilled. Okay, please take about 2 minutes first, go through this question and the answer, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask. Any questions so far? Any questions, please ask me. Just give me a moment, please. Okay, any questions? Okay, let's proceed. These are the conditions. The agent should be in possession of the goods or documents of title to goods with the consent of the owner. That means the principal should have consented for the possession of the goods or documents of title of goods to remain with the mercantile agent. Okay, it should be with the consent of the principal of the goods. The agent should sell the goods while acting in the ordinary course of business. So when the agent sells the goods which are sent by the principal agent to a third person, that sale should be while acting in the ordinary course of business of a mercantile agent. Alright. Third, the buyer should act in good faith. The buyer who is buying the goods from such an agent should have no idea or no reason to believe that the agent has no authority to sell these goods or he is committing a fraud. Okay. Fourth, the buyer should not have at the time of contact or sale noticed that the agent has no authority to sell. So that's what I said. So in the instant case, P, the agent was in possession of the car with J's consent. So first condition, okay. For the purpose of sale, so he had the authority to sell. A, the buyer obtained the car and good title to the car. Hence, J, in this case, cannot recover the car from A, because when A purchased the car from the mercantile agent P, he had no idea that P was selling it for 40 when he was supposed to sell it for 50, and he was going to run away with the car. So A gets a good title to the car. Alright, please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Anyone, any questions, please ask. Are we done? Take about a minute more. Any questions? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Question number 11. What are the implied conditions in a contract of sale by sample under the Sale of Goods Act 1930? Also, state also the implied warranties operatives under the said act. Okay, so the question is, what are the implied conditions in a contract of sale by sample under the Sale of Goods Act 1930? And state also the implied warranties operative under the said act. Okay, so let's look at the answer. The following are implied conditions on a contract of sale by sample in accordance with section 17 of the Sale of Goods Act 1930. That the bulk shall correspond with the sample in quality. So in case a sample has been provided and a person is supposed to manufacture goods on that sample and give it to them, then the bulk of that product should correspond with the sample in quality. That the buyer shall have a reasonable opportunity of comparing the bulk with the sample. So whatever sample he has provided, the buyer will have an opportunity to compare that sample with the bulk. Okay, so he should be given an opportunity. And C, that the goods shall be free from any defect rendering them unmerchantable, which would not be apparent on a reasonable examination of the sample. Okay, so the goods should be of reasonable quantity and of good merchantable quality, because the buyer is buying it. Okay, so the following are the implied conditions in respect of contract by sample, in accordance with section 17 of the Sale of Goods Act 1930. All right, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Let me know once you're done. Then we will go to the implied warranties operative under the said Act. Okay, any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Any questions? Okay, let's go to the next one. Now let's look at the implied warranties. Now the warranty first is the warranty of quiet possession. That means whenever a buyer buys goods from the seller, he has an implied warranty of quiet possession. That means once the goods passes on from the seller to the buyer should not be disturbed, and he has the right for peaceful possession of the goods. The seller cannot again come and tell him, sir, I want to show that sample to someone. Sir, I want to see that item. Nothing. If the property passes on from the seller to the buyer, and the buyer has the implied warranty to enjoy peaceful possession. Okay. Second one, warranty as to non-existence of encumbrances. So whenever a goods is sold by a seller to the buyer has an implied warranty that whatever goods are sold by the seller to the buyer, they are free of any encumbrances or charge or lien or pledge or hypothecation. They are absolute free, and they become the property of the buyer. Then third, warranty as to quality or fitness or usage of trade. That means whatever purpose the buyer has told the seller that he wants the goods for, then there is an implied warranty that the goods should fit that description. And then warranty to disclose dangerous. So if any item that is being sold by the seller is dangerous in nature, the buyer has an implied warranty that the seller informs him that this is a dangerous item, please handle with care, please take care of the goods and things like that. Okay, so let's read it. The first one, warranty of quiet possession. In the contract of sale, unless there is a contrary intention, there is an implied warranty that the buyer shall have and enjoy quiet possession of the goods. If the buyer is in any way disturbed in the enjoyment of the goods in consequences of the seller's defective title to sell, he can claim damages from the seller. So once the goods are sold by the seller to the buyer has a right to enjoy quiet possession of the goods. Warranty as to non-existence of encumbrances. The buyer is entitled to a further warranty that the goods are not subject to any charge or encumbrance in favor of a third party. If his possession is in any way disturbed by reason of the existence of any charge or encumbrances on the goods in favor of any third party, he shall have the right to claim damages for breach of his warranty. Third, warranty as to quality or fitness by usage of trade. An implied warranty as to quality or fitness for a particular purpose may be annexed by the usage of trade. Fourth, warranty to disclose dangerous nature of goods. Where a person sells goods knowing that the goods are inherently dangerous or they are likely to be dangerous to the buyer, and that the buyer is ignorant of the danger, he must warn the buyer of the probable danger. Otherwise, he will be liable to damages. Alright, please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take 2 or 3 minutes, go through this. Please take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask. Take about a minute more. Okay, now let's continue with the next topic, that is the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, so the questions under Indian Partnership Act 1932. State the legal consequences of the following as per the provisions of the Indian Partnership Act 1932, that is retirement of a partner or insolvency of a partner. So now we need to see what is the legal consequences of the following as per the provisions of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, retirement of a partner and insolvency of a partner. First one, retirement of a partner. A partner may retire with the consent of all the other partners in accordance with an express agreement with the partners, where the partnership is at will by giving public notice in writing to all the other partners of his intention to retire. Okay, so according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, a partner may retire with the consent of all the partners in accordance with an express agreement by the partners, or where the partnership is at will. He may retire after giving notice in writing to all the partners of his intention to retire. So whenever a partner wants to retire, he can retire in these three means. First is with the consent of all the partners in accordance with an express agreement by the partners, and where the partnership is at will by giving a notice in writing to all the partners of his intention to retire. Please take about a minute or two, go through this, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask me. Please take about a minute or two. Any questions, anyone? Let me know once you're done. Take a minute more. Okay, let's move on. Our second one, the retiring partner may be discharged from any liability to any third party for acts of the firm done before his retirement by an agreement made by him with such third party and the partners of the reconstituted firm, and such agreement may be implied by a course of dealing between the third party and the reconstituted firm after he had knowledge of his retirement. Then, notwithstanding the retirement of a partner from a firm, he and the partners continue to be liable as partners to third parties for any acts done by any of them which would have been an act of the firm if done before the retirement, until public notice is given of the retirement. Provided that a retired partner is not liable to any third party who deals with the firm without knowing that he was a partner. So whenever a partner retires, he's supposed to give a public notice of his retirement, and until then he will be liable to the acts of the firm as though he was a partner. Okay, then insolvency of a partner. The insolvency of a partner the insolvent partner cannot continue as a partner. So once a partner becomes insolvent, he cannot continue as a partner. He will be ceased to be a partner from the very date on which the order of adjudication is made. That means when a competent court declares him as insolvent, from that day he will cease to be a partner. The estate of the insolvent partner is not liable for the acts of the firm done after the date of order. So the date on which a competent court declares him as an insolvent, from that day he shall not be liable for the acts of the firm. Okay, the firm is also not liable for any act of the insolvent partner after the date of the order. So similarly, as the insolvent partner is not liable for the acts of the firm is not also liable for the acts of the partner after the date of the order of adjudication by a court declaring him as insolvent. Ordinarily but invariably, the insolvency of partner results in dissolution of the firm. So it's not a rule, but normally whenever any partner is declared as insolvent, it also results in dissolution of the firm. Okay, please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this slide. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions whatsoever, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Let me know once you're done. Any questions? Please take a minute more. Any questions, please ask me. Are we done? Okay, let's go on to the next question. Question number 13. Okay. X and Y are partners in a partnership firm. X introduced a manager as his partner to Z. A remains silent. Okay, so basically the partners were X and Y. A was the manager. Okay. X introduced A as his partner to Z. Okay, so when X took A along with him to meet Z, he told Z that A is my partner. And A remained silent. A could have very well said at that point, no, I'm not his partner. And this thing, but A decided to keep quiet. Z, a trader, believing that A as partner, supplied 100 TV sets to the firm on credit. After expiry of the credit period, Z did not get the amount of TV sets sold to the partnership firm. Z filed a suit against X and A for recovery of the price. Advise Z whether he can recover the amount from X and A under the Indian Partnership Act. Okay, so basically X took along A, his manager, to a shop, and he told the shopkeeper, A is my partner, and Z, on believing that A is the partner, gave him 100 TV sets. When the time came for payment, when the X did not pay the amount, Z has filed a suit against X and A for recovery of the price. Now the question is, advise Z whether he can recover the amount from X and A under the Indian Partnership Act 1932. That's your question. Okay? Let's look at the answer. In the given case, along with X, the manager A is also liable for the price because he becomes a partner by holding out, according to Section 28 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Partner by holding out. Well, what do you mean by partner by holding out? A partner by holding out is also known as a partnership by estoppel, where a man holds himself out as a partner or allows others to do it. He is then stopped from denying the character he has assumed, and upon the faith of which creditors may be presumed to have acted, it is only the person to whom the representation has been made and who has acted thereupon that the right to enforce liability arising out of holding out. You must also note that for the purpose of fixing liability on a person who has by representation led another to act, it is not necessary to show that he was actuated by the fraudulent intention. So when basically any person makes another person believe that a person is a partner and that person keeps quiet, he does not say, no, I'm not a partner, then that person also becomes responsible to the second person in case there is any default. Please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask. Okay, any questions, please ask me. Please take 2 minutes. Go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Go through this carefully. Any questions? Okay, so in case there's no questions, we will be ending this session at this. Okay, so thank you so much for being a wonderful audience, and we will be continuing tomorrow at 9 p.m. again with this, and hopefully we will conclude. So thank you so much for your patient listening, and I will see all of you tomorrow at 9 p.m. and there will also be a few special classes which I will tell you, in which you will get to know. All right, thank you so much, and I will see all of you very soon. Thank you.